Hi everybody! I am so excited to introduce you to one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, and I have the pleasure of being her other mama, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah. This is Mary Helen Juengel, and if any of you are visiting my blog or my newsletter today from Team Mary, you're all very aware of who Mary Juengel is because she's like the star of Team Mary. But today we're at sarahschieber.com instead of Team Mary, and so I have to fill you in a little bit on our life. So I have a very best friend in the whole wide world, and her name is Marnie. And Marn has 4 kids, and we take vacations together, and we have tons of fun together. We have tons of dogs together. So if you hear a dog barking, you'll know why. And we kind of tease that we have 2 brains, and together they equal 1. Right?
Yes.
Your mama and I are 2 brains put together.
Yeah, I think you're half of one alone.
Yeah. You mean together, our 2 brains put together equal half of 1?
Equal 1.
Oh, yeah. So anyhow, we have tons of fun, and about a little over a year ago now, our world was rocked again. And many of you know my story that I lost my husband 5 years ago. And in October of 2011, our worlds together were rocked, weren't they?
Yeah, they sure were.
They sure were. When Mira was diagnosed with leukemia on October 23rd of 2011. And I share in concert, and I share on my own videos, that Job 3:25 says, "What I feared has come upon me, and what I dreaded has happened." And that's really what the last year and a little more of our life has been, is what we feared and dreaded. Right,
Yeah.
baby girl? And Mary's treatment plan, the type of leukemia that Mary has, is quite aggressive. And so the treatment is very aggressive. And Mary went through 9, almost 10 months of really, really intense chemotherapies. Like, so intense that you can't even imagine, right, baby girl?
Yeah.
And do you remember a year ago right now, Mary? Do you remember?
A little bit.
Do you remember how tough life was, though?
Oh, yeah.
At this time last year, and how every morning, the Juengels live about 10 minutes away from the Schiebers.
I'd call you bawling every morning.
A lot of mornings I would just wake up and head out to their house because I knew that we were going to have to deal with some really big things. And what do you think some of the hardest things that you've had to deal with leukemia have been?
You know, well, for sure the treatments have been really hard, but I think the procedures have been really hard, and just
Why don't you tell everyone what
just
kind of...
knowing, I think death scares me.
Yeah.
That's one of the hardest parts, is because death scares me, and I know that this may not kill me, but there's always a chance that it can kill you.
Yeah.
And so that's probably the hardest.
And you know what? Those are really big things to wrestle with when you're 11 and 12. And we have had a lot of real heart-to-heart talks, haven't we, baby?
Yeah, we should have.
And I think the reality is that death scares a lot of us. Even though we know Jesus, it's really hard to wrap our minds around death. And one of the things that Mary and I talk about, and one of the things that Marnie and I talk about a lot, her mama and I, is that we can have cancer and beat it, and it doesn't have to be defined by death.
But you always, when you think of cancer, oh, is that person going to die?
Right. I remember after Chad passed away, my pastor and I having some really heart-to-heart talks about death and about what if. I remember calling him the day after Chad died, and I said, "Pastor Joel, what if Chad hadn't run the marathon?" And he said, "Sarah, a wise man once told me that we cannot live in the what ifs. We can't, because they are not reality." And I think that's wise counsel. And the truth is that There is a day and a time appointed to us before we're even born. Psalm 139 tells us that. That before we're even born, there's a day and a time. And Chad Schieber's day and time was October 7th around noon. Now, we don't know Mary's. We don't know Sarah's. But we know that while we're here, we have...
Couldn't they give us a book?
Well, that would have been nice.
That's be.
I think we'd be too afraid, though. Don't you think that
Yeah.
part of having cancer is that we've, and I know for my kids and I, part of losing Chad is we've decided to live today to the fullest, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, if you want to take a trip, take it. Find the way to do it. If you want to, I don't know, whatever you want to do, find a way to do it because we only have today. And
We don't know about tomorrow.
we don't know about tomorrow, but who does?
God.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does.
Another big thing we've had to wrestle with this year, along with death, has been losing your hair. That was really tough, wasn't
Oh,
it?
that was so tough. Yeah.
Oh, weeping and gnashing of teeth. Weeping and weeping and weeping. Right?
I didn't know what to do with myself.
And one of the interesting things is that from day one they would tell us you're gonna lose your hair. You're gonna lose your hair in 8 days. And so all 8 of those days we'd be panicky, wouldn't we? Oh, is it today? Is it today? Is it today? And
Is it going to happen in 2 minutes?
Yeah. And how long did it take? Like
It
9 months, 7 months, 9 months? It took a long time.
Yeah. I think 8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
I think 9 months.
I think it was 9 months.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I think that we've learned this year, right, Mare, is that the Bible in Matthew 6:34 says, "Do not worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will worry about itself."
And I've had to look at that verse so many times.
Yeah.
Like the next day when I had procedures, or the next time, I don't know, but I've had to look at that a lot.
Yeah. And what does it say to you, Mare?
You know, it kind of says to me that, you know, we don't know if we're going to have tomorrow, so make sure you spend it to the fullest today and worry about today. And if you have a procedure tomorrow, enjoy today while you still have today. You don't have a procedure today.
Yeah.
You need to...
And is God big enough to be there for you tomorrow?
Yeah.
No matter what happens, God's big enough to be there for us tomorrow and to deal with tomorrow. And today we just need to worry about getting through this moment, don't we? One of the things that we want to share with you guys is a song that is so special to me, and it's become very special to Mary as well. This song is Christmas in Heaven, and you might be very familiar with it.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that it's become so special to Mary as of late is that we all lost a very special friend recently named Jaden.
Yep. And he was 8 years old, and he had a rare form of cancer. And he's had it almost his whole entire life. And, you know, I'm so sad about it because I prayed and prayed and prayed for him that he would live and he would be healed. And I would like to be healed. But it's just so sad. And death is sad, period. I don't like death. Death is stupid.
Death is stupid, isn't it, baby?
Yes.
Unfortunately, around our houses, we've had a real dose of reality. And our discussions are real life. And if any of you follow my blog or follow Team Mary, you know that we're just pretty real about the struggles with life. And it's been pretty hard to wrap our minds around an 8-year-old going home to be with Jesus, because of course our prayer...
At 8 years old?
Yeah.
That's not right.
It's not right, is it?
No.
No.
Either was he 36? A 36-year-old shouldn't be dead.
35.
35.
Yeah. Even more. He shouldn't be dead.
No.
So we've had some pretty candid discussions about this, and one of the songs that's really ministered to Mary through all of this is Christmas in Heaven. And hopefully by now you've seen my new video to Christmas in Heaven. But today, Mary and I would like to sing the song for you. And it's just a song that's precious to all of us around here, and we hope that it's precious to you too. And we want to encourage you that we do have hope, and that hope is in heaven.
Yeah.
That hope is in Jesus. And my favorite line of this entire song is when you're asking your loved one, can you reach out and touch his face? Can you touch Jesus' face? Because what in the world must Christmas in heaven be like?
I don't know.
I bet it's Christmas every day up in heaven.
Yeah, I bet this too.
So wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
I think heaven's going to be a party every day.
Yes.
Won't that be great? So today we want to share with you one of our favorite songs, Christmas in Heaven. You ready, baby girl?
Yeah, I sure am.
I love you.
Love you too.
Okay. December hasn't changed. This town looks the same. They still light their tree in the city square. There's red, white, and green shining everywhere. And I wish you were here. And I wonder, is the snow falling down on the streets of gold? Are the mansions all covered in white? Are you singing with angels, silent night? I wonder what Christmas in heaven is like. There's a little manger scene down on 3rd and Main. I must have walked right by it 1,000 times, but I see it now in a different light. 'Cause I know you are there, and I wonder, are you kneeling with shepherds before him now? Can you reach out and touch his face? Are you part of that glorious holy night? I wonder what Christmas in heaven is like. Yes, I wonder what Christmas in heaven is like. So we want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. And we pray that today that you will have the hope of heaven in your heart. That is the gift of Jesus Christ. So, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye, Merry Christmas.